Hello, EduMagicians. Welcome to the EduMagic podcast with your host, Dr. Sam Fessich. Dr. Sam is a professor of education, author of EduMagic, and a pumpkin spice latte fan. This podcast is designed for pre-service teachers. Remember, friends, teaching doesn't begin at graduation, but during that first class at 8 a.m. Let's get this party started.
Hi, I'm Batsheva Frankel from Overthrowing Education, a part of the Education Podcast Network, just like the show you're listening to now. Shows on the network are individually owned and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other interesting education podcasts at edupodcastnetwork.com.
Hello, EduMagicians, and welcome back to another episode of the EduMagic podcast. My name is Dr. Sam Fessich, and today I wanted to share with you a really fun activity that I did with my students. It's all about using technology that they're already using anyway in the classroom. So let me just debrief you really quick on what they needed to do. So prior to class, they came having already learned about the Danielson framework, domain 4, specifically the components 4E and 4F, growing and developing professionally and professional responsibilities. So instead of just reading their digital portfolio and having some discussion, I thought, you know what? Let's have them make a reel about what they learned. So this was really fun. So I introduced the topic to my students, and we talked about what does it mean to continue to grow and develop professionally as an educator? And of course, we talked about attending conferences, going to workshops, listening to podcasts like this one. We also shared about the importance of modeling being a lifelong learner for our students. And as teachers, we get to keep learning, and that is so cool. That's one of my favorite parts of being a teacher, to be honest. So we talked about, growing and developing professionally in that way. We also talked about feedback from peers, observing our peers in the classroom. And of course, we had to talk about pineapple charts when we got to that part of the topic. So in addition to reading what they wrote up on their digital portfolios about component 4E and 4F, I thought, you know what? Let's make a reel about it. So in case you do not know what an Instagram reel is, it is a short video that you can either record your own audio or you can record sounds or music or somebody else speaking, and you record a video. I think they can be at most 90 seconds of content, and then you can share that out. And they're short form videos, really quick information. So my students had a choice. They could either create an Instagram reel or a TikTok video about 30 seconds regarding a specific component within, or a specific element within component 4E or 4F, or it could be about the component in general, all about professional responsibilities or all about growing and developing professionally. So after reviewing the content in class, we talked about, what does this look like in the classroom? How can you show it in your future classroom? What are the specific elements? Instead of doing like a quiz or something on it, we made Instagram reels. They had 20 minutes and they can work in groups, self-selected groups, where they can create an Instagram reel or TikTok video based on a Danielson component. And it was so much fun to see them first, interact with peers that they may not have chatted with. Also, see some creativity. There's some awesome reels that they have, and I'm going to be asking them, hey, can I share a link to your reel? And you can go ahead and check some of them out over in the show notes, which is a lot of fun. You can also see their passion and their creativity. We have some really good actors in our classes. It was a lot of fun just to see them in a different way. So for some of my students who don't really speak up too much in class, but seeing them on Instagram Reels, wow, that was so cool. And then we got to play them in front of the class. So that was a lot of fun, getting their feedback, chatting about how they did, and of course, giving them a round of applause because everybody did fantastic. So I encourage you to try to have your students show what they know in a different way. This was a great way for my students to do it. And I think we might try this again later on in the semester. What I really liked about it, one, they were able to show their creativity. Two, using technology in a different way, but using tech that they're already using anyway, which was really fun to see their creativity. And three, it was a great way for them to be able to express themselves using technology and, again, show the content in a different way other than a write-up or other than a quiz. So some ways you could use this in your classroom is you can have students create Instagram Reels or TikTok, make sure that they're old enough to use the app, would be have them summarize a chapter or create a reel about the 3 main takeaways from what you read about last night, or have them create a reel showing that content in action. So there's some quick ways for you to do it. And then all I did in class was after we reviewed our content, I gave them 20-25 minutes to create their reel. Then they had to either DM it to me on Instagram or email it to me if it was a TikTok video. For some of them, they were a little too big to email, so they then downloaded it and then sent it to me on Instagram DMs, and I was able to check them out that way. To view everybody's in class, I downloaded each of them from my Instagram DMs. I was able to right-click on it and click Save Video As or open it in a new tab. And then I uploaded all those videos. Now, I could have done it lots of different ways. I could have put it in Animoto. I could have done that. But what I did was I opened up Canva and I created a collaborative whiteboard space, and I pulled in all the videos on there. So they were all different sizes, and it looked really cool. And then we were able to play them on the large screen. So everybody's able to see everybody's and hear everybody's real video. It was a lot of fun to see what they know, and it was a lot of fun to see that creativity. So I encourage you to break out of the box a little bit next week in your classes. Reach students where they are using educational technology in a purposeful way. We were able to really see some of those ISTE standards embedded into this lesson: learner, leader, digital citizen, facilitator, lots of different ways to engage students using that educational technology. So go ahead, have some real fun, get it? Real fun with your students next week. And remember, friends, you have the EduMagic within you. Bye for now.
And there you have it, EduMagicians. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. For more EduMagic, check out sfessage.com and follow Dr. Sam on Twitter and Instagram @sfessage. Until next time, you have the EduMagic within you.